so everyone, how is everyone doing? Okay. Hey, it's been a while since I've streamed. I think 2 months ago. Yeah, been a very long time. Okay, so yeah, so naturally, I forgot how to play my games already. Yeah. Okay, so welcome again to another session of Why Coconut Gaming. Back again after 9 weeks since my last video. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so basically today we're gonna actually go through. It sounds like I'm conducting a class, right? No, actually we're gonna play discovery mode. Yeah, so apparently Assassin's Creed Odyssey. If you guys have not played this game, it has been released 3 years ago. It's quite a nice game so far. So I've been streaming this game for quite a while, and I managed to finish about 80%, which is a good thing. I think it's better than leaving it at 1%, which is how I started with. So but it's too bad, Facebook decided to remove my old videos. So the last video you probably see is like live play number 7 or something like that. But it's naturally, Facebook just wants to optimize stuff. So it's normal, all right, for videos to disappear in your Facebook page if you don't do anything about it. But this time I'm going to do something about it, okay? So mark my words on this one. Yeah. So yes, okay. So you have not played this game for quite a while. You probably don't notice that it has went through a lot of updates. So maybe there's stories and also discovery tour. Now, those of you who are listening right now, if you want to play this game, Ubisoft is actually giving a free weekend for you PC gamers. If you want to play this game, please go to Ubisoft Connect and download it. Yes, all right, so it's free for the weekend, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. At least go through the discovery tour. I think discovery tour doesn't require you to complete the game, so you still get a taste of what I'm going to show you next. Yeah, so today we're going to just go through a discovery tour. I will try not to kill anyone. I'll try, but I think it depends. If the tour doesn't turn out that well, you can bet I'm going to actually go hunting. Yeah. So don't worry, guys. Okay, we'll try to see what's this discovery tour about. To be fair, it's not going to be the first time I've seen it. I've just went through a little bit of the details. It seems that the discovery tour actually has a few tours. Yeah, a few tours. So we're going to try one or two. Let's get a feel of it, and let's decide there and then whether we should continue or not. Of course, again, I'm going to do something very touristy. We can't fly because all the virus is going on, right? And by the way, you can't really fly because some of the airports are not open yet. So yeah, so what to do, right? So let's do a virtual tour. Yeah. So this game has actually photo mode. Yeah. So those of you who have followed gaming news, you've probably seen it before. Fantastic photos about certain parts in the game. Yeah, so I'm going to actually attempt to do that. I'm going to actually attempt to take proper in-game photos. The reason why I say proper is because, there's actually quite a lot of features in the in-game photo. Believe it or not. Alright, so I quite like games that has photo mode. Alright, so some of you who love this kind of game or like to take in-game photos, alright, you guys should really go and try Spider-Man, Ghost of Tsushima. I think Red Dead Redemption also has it. I'm not sure. Death Stranding definitely. Those of you who are playing Xbox, lucky you. Alright, you've got a really fantastic racing game called Forza Horizon. I tell you, the scenery there is very nice. Alright, and of course, naturally, Assassin's Creed. Alright, now, if you guys are wondering why am I not playing the latest one, it's because I can't afford that yet. Yes! Surprisingly, right? It's already near Christmas and it's so sad. I can't really afford, a new game. Alright, so I've made my mind. I made up my mind. Okay, I'll make the best that I can. All right, but if any of you guys are willing to give me a little bit of donation to actually get a new game for Christmas, I'll be forever grateful. But you know what to do, right? We have what we have, we'll go do it. And by the way, Ubisoft is doing a very fantastic contest now, so yeah, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna see what we get. I'm feeling positive here, all right? We might get some really nice shots. Hopefully not crappy ones. All right, okay. Let's go, let's go. All right, now you guys, you know, have to, you know, give a bit of waiting time here because, well, just like my really small budget, I don't really have a PS5. I'm playing on the PS4, and not a PS4 Pro, is the earlier PS4. Yes, I'm a very poor game streamer. Okay, so yeah, so let's wait for a while. Enjoy the teleportation mood here. Yeah, and just in case you're wondering as well, there is another update which is about 20 gigabytes that actually has a bonus mission. Yes, it's also on Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's actually a crossover quest from between you know, the Valhalla and the Odyssey, so you guys should check that out. Those of you who have this game, you should, you know, probably open it and revisit the whole game again. It's quite good. Yeah. All right, so let's see where we get at. All right, I'm just gonna take a very casual tour around ancient Greece. Yeah, there's nothing like a small casual moment and stroll, walk in the park kind of thing. No killing. Yep. No harming of animals. Hopefully. You never know. Okay. All right. My goodness, it's been a while. Okay, not to mention my fingers are pretty rusty on this, so yeah. All right, so let's see. Okay, fantastic day. Yes, just a very quick shout out to those of you who are in Malaysia. Okay, it's been raining for the last, I think, 24 hours. So I've been hearing there's a lot of places which are banjir. All right, so you know, I'm so sorry for those of you who are really stuck in the water and, you know, probably busy cleaning the house. But if you're relaxing, I promise you, no killing, no stressful stuff. All right, if you're relaxing, you might want to follow me on this one.
Visitor, you are about to embark on a journey of discovery through the rich and fascinating history of classical Greece. You'll become fully immersed in the painstakingly detailed world built for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which you are free to explore at your own pace, without any danger or time pressure. For a directed experience, take one of the many guided tours curated by prominent historians and archaeologists. Along the way, exchange words with some of Greece's most famous historical persons. The classical Greece you are about to explore is at the peak of its glory. This period is synonymous with grand accomplishments of the physical and the mental. Architectural marvels which still stand today dot its landscape, while towering achievements in philosophy, political systems, and art still influence our modern society in profound ways. We hope you become engrossed in the dazzling riches of ancient Greece and welcome you to your visit.
All right, let's go. Okay, so move your left to move your character. Okay. Oops. Sorry. Okay, so tour guide. All right, start tour.
Greetings, wanderer, and welcome to the Acropolis, the shining jewel of Athens. My name is Aspasia. Though I am not originally from Athens, I have climbed to the top of its social ladder using my wit and intellect. I've even earned the love of Pericles, one of the most powerful men in the city. The mind truly is a beautiful thing. Personally, I think the Acropolis is one of, if not the, greatest place in all of Greece. Though, considering it was the project of my partner, Pericles, I may be a touch biased.
All right, let's go.
The Acropolis of Athens is a bastion of art and culture worthy of the gods themselves. Within this citadel, you will find many important sacred buildings, as well as some of the most magnificent art in all of Greece. You are in for a very enlightening visit. When you're done, come find me, and we can discuss the things you have seen. Farewell for now.
This is a really tour guidey thing. It even has the line going towards your destination. I mean, this is so much more convenient than a regular tour. I mean, those of you who have experienced a walking tour before, yeah, I remember that flag thing. Yeah. All right, this is going to be so convenient. All right, let's take a stroll.
The Acropolis has gone through many changes in its long history. It began as a simple rock, was settled as early as the Neolithic period, and then became a fortress in the Mycenaean period. Stone buildings started appearing in the 7th century BCE. But the famous structures whose ruins remain visible today date mainly from a period of construction in the 5th century BCE. The location of the Acropolis is closely tied with Athens' foundation myth. Supposedly, it was the site where Athena and Poseidon competed for the city's patronage. This connection gave the Acropolis a sacred aura, and it was considered the religious heart of the city.
Ooh, something to interact? What do you mean? If I interact means it repeats? Probably. Okay. Ooh. Alright, let's see, let's move on. 9 tour stations.
The Temple of Athena Nike was built on the remains of old fortifications from the Mycenaean era. Worship at the temple can be traced back to the 6th century BCE, but the building itself was destroyed during the Greco-Persian Wars a century later. It was rebuilt during the Peloponnesian War. Given that the name Athena Nike roughly means Athena of victory, it was likely constructed in the hopes that Athens would win the war. Unusually, the temple depicts historical scenes of battles against the Persians instead of the more mythologically inclined art of other Greek buildings. The temple's priestess was chosen randomly among the Athenians and received a salary of 50 drachmae annually, along with skins and trophies from sacrificed animals.
Only 50 drachmae? Oh god, that's so sad. Yeah. Discovery sites. Okay, there's a discovery sites all over the world. Interact with them to learn more on ancient Greece. So many are hidden throughout the world. Find them to unlock special characters. Wow. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the no-kill way of playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So those of you who probably have kids at home and you don't like the idea of them killing people, this is definitely a very educational tour. I'm not saying that for fun, yeah. I'm actually enjoying this. Alright, so at least now we know what Nike actually means. It could mean victory. Wow, nice.
The Acropolis was built up over a long period, due in no small part to its partial destruction during the Greco-Persian Wars. It was in the 5th century BCE, though, that the Acropolis received its most significant improvements. This period was an extremely prosperous time for Athens, both financially and culturally. With a booming economy bolstered by trade and the Lavrion silver mines, Pericles, the leader of Athens, financed a huge project to rebuild the citadel. He enlisted the help of renowned artists, like the sculptor Phidias, as well as the architects Iktinos and Callicrates. Together, they erected buildings like the Parthenon and the Propylaea Gateway. Pericles' goal was to make the Acropolis into a glorious monument to the gods and to mortal Athenians.
Pericles, a Roman copy of an earlier Greek original. Wow.
Τινά τούτον δίνεντο ανεσπασμένα, αλλά όμως ιδέτα στιγμάς. Ίσως και την
There's so many people here, my god. Very, very busy city. It's hard not to bump into people, okay? I'm not doing it intentionally. It really feels like that we're going on a real tour, right?
Behind the Propylaea was the giant bronze statue of Athena Promachos, or Athena who fights on the front lines. That name was reflected in the spear and shield the statue held in its hands. It was erected in the mid-5th century BCE by the artist Phidias. According to an inscription, it took 9 years to make and cost almost 500,000 drachmae.
Oh.
At approximately 10 meters tall, the statue was apparently so large that Pausanias claimed its helmet and spear tip could be seen from the sea near Cape Sunion, 60 kilometers away. The ornamentation on the statue's shield was engraved by the metalsmith Nice.
You can see there's a prominent owl on the shield. Yeah. I mean, when they mentioned millions of drachmae just to build a statue, oh my god, the chatter is too much. Let me move away. Alright, peace and quiet. Okay, yeah, it's a big thing, okay, they're chanting praises. Alright, so, yeah, what was it? Oh, yes, okay, 5 million drachmae for a statue versus 50 drachmae for a priestess. Yeah, I can't help but to make the comparison there. It's like, okay. I mean, you know, haha, surprise. So says a lot of our projects in the modern world. Same thing. Alright, let's see.
The Araphoroi were young girls between the ages of 7 and 11 who were in charge of special rites. A list of 4 girls was drafted by the Assembly of Citizens, from which the High Magistrate, the Archon Basileus, chose 2 to serve as Araphoroi for the year. The girls lived in a house on the Acropolis. They were in charge of carrying sacred objects and weaving the peplos of Athena. The peplos was a sacred robe offered to Athena during Panathenea, a festival held in her honor.
Interesting. Okay, let's try not to bump into people.
Σοφόκλης, άγε και φέρε πλειάδα χορευτών και παράστητη εν ημίν μετασμάτων. Καλόν αν ή ορχιστρικών μικρών, συνοδείας χάριν.
Η τραγωδία κινείται μεταξύ 3 βαθμίδων. Και συνεκτιμήστε δεόντως τα προσδόκητα του πελάτου και τα θεμελιώσατε δεδομένα και μετά...
Μετά πει παριστάνε το άρθος αυτό. Τρία του ευρίσκεται η
The Erechtheion was an atypical temple. It was dedicated not only to Athena Polias, but also to Cecrops, the mythical founder of Athens, his son Erechtheos, and even Poseidon, the sea god who challenged Athena for possession of the city. The temple was divided into sections. The eastern part housed a statue dedicated to Athena, while the western section jointly belonged to Poseidon and Erechtheos. Meanwhile, King Cecrops' grave was believed to be under the caryatid porch. Under the temple was a crypt that was said to contain the sacred snakes of Athena. The snakes may have had a sweet tooth because the priestesses of Athena allegedly fed them honey cakes.
Snakes that love sweets. This is very interesting. Ooh, purple thing. Okay.
Φωτιόκοσμο για τον κομμών. Ελθέ μακραβίστε συμπρίων ο χαρημένος αιή.
Άκουσα καλούς καρπούς από γέης. Ειρήνην τερατήν καλυσλόκαμον θυγίαντες.
Alright, so it's like a mini museum kind of tour. So, I mean, if you wanted to step out and read some stuff about this, it's interesting. Yeah, it's like walking tour with a little bit of extra stuff. Okay. There's so much to see. Let's see. This one? That's a lot of fruit. I'm straying away from the path. Okay, so we finished that, and we are going down here. Wow. I mean, guys, you really need to play this game. The details are astounding. Look at that, look at that. Ah, man. Beautiful. I think this is a good photo moment. I did say it's going to be a photo tour, so let's see how it goes. Alright, let's take one nice little photo for, you know, memory's sake. Okay, let's see. Okay, switch to edit mode, focus. Let's change the angle a little bit. There you go. First picture of the session. What? I mean, it's a hobby of mine. Why not? I mean, you're already enjoying the trip, so we might as well just take a few photos to, you know, make it something memorable, something that you can remember by. Alright. Of course, again, when you have a faster PS4, you will save faster, but yeah, let's wait a while. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay. Let's continue the tour.
λυλίστη λυτήρα κακόν. Εις τους αγροτώνας
In case you're wondering why we can't tour and walk like a normal person, I think it's the spirit of Assassin's Creed. You have to climb things and jump over stuff. Yeah, right. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that touristy kind of thing that we have to walk on proper pathways. That's way beyond that. Okay, we have to actually tour in style, Assassin's Creed style. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. Next up. Ooh. I tend to wonder how much metal goes into the statue itself. It's not stone here, it's real metal.
The Parthenon is one of the most well-known buildings in the world, and an enduring symbol of ancient Greek civilization. While it is located on the Acropolis, the building is not a traditional temple. It was built by the sculptor Phidias and the architects Callicrates and Ictinus as a great monument to the glory of the city of Athens. That glory is evident in its many carvings. One of the most carved monuments in Greek architecture, the Parthenon's decorations depict several mythological scenes. These include the birth of Athena, her fight against Poseidon for the patronage of Athens, the gods' battle with the giants, and the procession of the great Panathenea.
Press R1 to use first person perspective? Is there such a thing? Ooh, wow. This is fantastic. Okay. Wow, nice. You have to give it to the game developers that every single thing is rendered with that acute detail that you don't believe that this is a game. Yeah, if you ask me if I was playing the game normally, I remember there's one or two quests that we actually had to go into the Parthenon to finish something, to get something. You don't really pay attention to the details, but this is really good. It's nice. It's a very nice, chillaxing way to enjoy the game. Yeah. Alright. Yes, guys, today no killing. I'm feeling a little bit zen now. Alright. Ooh, purple. Alright. Nice. Can I take picture now? Cannot. Okay. You can only take picture when you are... Oh, actually you can. You can still take pictures when you are in first person view. Nice. Take photo. Let's be a tourist, okay? There's nothing wrong taking photos in game. Okay. You know what? I really miss traveling. Yeah, this is the only probably closest way to enjoy a proper tour without risking yourself to the virus out there. And guess what? If I don't know. I mean, it's really a good idea, you know, to go through, you know, one or twice this kind of virtual tours in game where you have full control of how you want to experience it. Yeah, so it seems I'm not sure whether Valhalla will have this or not, but it seems that Valhalla is like the map is at least 1.5 size bigger than this. So yeah, it's really a nice idea. At least, you know, to, you know, at least satisfy the craving for traveling. Right. Ah, look at that. Amazing. The snake. Oh man. Wow, nice. So freaking cool, man. It has certainly changed how I see the game. Seriously. I've never noticed that there's a snake there. Surprising, right? Normally the human eyes will only follow the biggest object in the game when you're moving very fast. So your eyes will tend to scan things and just poof, you just go by, you know, you just walk by. But now when you slow down and when you take a look at the details of it, I'm like, this is amazing. And the thing, I had this game for like what, 2 years and never noticed these details. And I'm really enjoying this. All right, I can't resist this. I'm gonna take a photo of this. Yeah, if you guys want to take a guess how many photos I'm gonna take in this stream, I think I'm gonna stream until probably 8 o'clock. Yeah, if you guys want to take a guess how many photos I will end up taking, all right? Yeah, you know, this is amazing. I mean, I can't remember the last time I took so much photos. I think 50, 60 photos, and that was a real trip, a physical trip, going on boats and, you know, places somewhere in the Middle East. Yeah, so now, I mean, you can't fly, you can't go anywhere without the risk of, you know, contracting the virus and stuff like that. So probably the closest thing you can have is, you know, a virtual tour in game, and, you know, being a game that I played a lot, you know, so yeah, I was frantically trying to finish up to 100%, but I'm very, very happy to get around 85%. Yes, I finished the main story finally. Yes, those of you, thanks to your encouragement. Yeah, I actually finished until 80%, the main story. The rest is all like, you know, how I say it is more like completion kind of thing. Yeah, there's the side quests and stuff like that. Let's move on.
The Parthenon's inner chamber, or cella, contained a massive statue of Athena that was considered to be one of the sculptor Phidias's greatest masterpieces. The statue was chryselephantine, a combination of gold and ivory. To justify the steep cost of its construction, Pericles told Athenians that the statue was a gold reserve, which could be disassembled in times of economic distress. The cella also allegedly contained a pool, whose main purpose was to control the room's humidity, which helped preserve the statue's ivory.
Ooh, smart. This is very smart design. Oh, okay. So the water is for humidity to control the quality of the ivory. I didn't know that. But yes, ivory is quite expensive. Wow. This is awesome. Okay. Alright, let's take a look elsewhere. Oh, nice. Oh, fountains. Ooh, twin blades. Yeah. Nice.
Athens Treasury was located in the Parthenon, where it was believed to be protected by Athena herself. The treasury contained objects of great value, acquired from different conquests, as well as a mass of minted silver coins and various offerings to Athena. Pericles also decided to move the entirety of the Delian League's treasure to the Parthenon in 454 BCE. This was a great testament to Athens' power over the rest of Greece. The riches were divided into two parts: the Demosia, which belonged to the city, and the Hiera Cremata, which was dedicated to the goddess and only used for religious purposes.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's good accounting. You see, we can learn from history, you know, unlike some people who mixed all the money into one account. Well, of course, you know, some of you who are probably a little bit OCD, the moment you see mounds of stuff like this, I think you'll go crazy, right? Okay, yeah, it's like hordes and hordes of treasure. It reminds me of, you know, how dragons hoard their treasure, just dump it in one place. Yeah, I can't believe that they're still so unorganized when it comes to money. But then again, well, we don't really have accountants that time, right? I mean, it's good enough they actually have two pools of money. Which explains why a priestess is being only paid 50 drachmae. Man, that injustice! Oh my goodness. Okay, that's good.
And what did you think of the Acropolis? It truly is quite something, isn't it? A sacred sanctuary and an architectural marvel, all in one. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
Tour quiz. Oh man, now we have to answer a quiz. Oh my god, it's like you know, it's like suddenly being hit by an exam. Yes, I did promise that this is going to be a stress-free one, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am as shocked as you. Let's see. Okay, so at the end of this tour, you have the option to take a short, light-hearted quiz. Hopefully it's really light-hearted. Huh? Right or wrong, your host will tell you more about each answer you give. Okay. So tours for which you have completed the quiz will have a quiz complete state. Oh, okay, so you don't get graded. Okay. Alright, so blah blah blah, Renato, that's all for now. Okay. Give me the quiz, give me the quiz.
You're confident enough for a test? Very well. Let us see how much you know. Which two gods competed for Athens' patronage?
Oh shit. These two, I guess?
Correct. It was Poseidon and Athena who fought for Athens' patronage. As for who won, the answer is in the city's name. On to the next question. Who sculpted the statue of Athena in the Parthenon?
Oh man, Greek names. Shoot. I think this guy.
Correct. The renowned sculptor Phidias made the statue, which was considered one of his masterpieces. And now, the final question.
Ah, only
Which
3.
king's tomb was believed to be under the Caryatid porch?
The guy's name starts with a K.
That is correct. Kekrops was the mythological first king of Athens, and his tomb was said to be under the Erechtheion. It seems you know much about this place. Well done, wanderer.
Nice. Take me to the next tour then.
Very well. On to the next tour.
I'm enjoying this. Not too bad, I guess, so far. Okay, for those of you just joining me today, there's no killing, there's no hunting, there's just discovery tour mode. Yeah, so I mean, I did say it was supposed to be a photo mode thing, so we did, take a few photos in the first tour. There's a series of tours in the discovery mode, yeah, so we just finished the first tours. So far around, it's supposed to be around 9 minutes, depends on how long you want to take to absorb the surrounding. So yeah, I think so far it's good. It's good in the level that, this Athens is probably one of the city that we kind of rush through if you're playing the quest. Yeah, you're trying to rush through it and just get to point A to point B without really looking the details. So it has been quite impressive so far. Alright, so you can press on the option button to find out other tours. Okay, complete tours and discovery sites to unlock new characters and mounts. Yes, my horse actually gets a new skin. Quite rewarding, I think. Right. New reward unlocked, Pythagoras. Okay. Alright. So I could talk to this guy to go to the next tour. Okay, Mycenaean mythology, architecture, wonder the remnants of Mycenae. Okay, so there was ruins in time of antiquity. Alright. 6 stations, estimated time 20 minutes. Alright, let's go.
Welcome, traveler, to the ruins of Mycenae.
Mycenae, alright.
My name is Herodotus, and I am a traveler from Halicarnassus. I retrace the cause of various events, such as wars and great calamities. I describe what I see and record what I'm told, all with the aim of providing a better understanding of why these things occur. Look for me to introduce you to many sites. It is humbling to stand in the remnants of such a great civilization. Looking at these ruins, I am reminded that the past is never as far behind us as we think. These are the ruins of Mycenae, center of the old Mycenaean civilization. It was home to great warriors and heroes. In many ways, places like Athens and Sparta stand on the shoulders of its accomplishments. This tour will take you through its ruins and introduce you to its most important monuments, revealing its history in the process. I hope you enjoy yourself. I'll be waiting for you at the end of your visit.
Alright. So let me give you a little bit of context. During the game, this place is full of soldiers. So you don't really have time to go into every single corner to find out what historical significance it has. The real challenge is trying not to get found. Yeah, so you were hiding in a lot of small corners in the building itself. So it's not really like a leisurely tour kind of thing. And it was so long. I remember that this particular quest was quite long because, it's a huge place. It's a very huge place.
The Mycenaean Civilization flourished in the Late Bronze Age between 1600 and 1200 BCE. During this period, it was mainly located in the Peloponnese and central Greece. Mycenaeans were known for exploring distant lands. Notably, they battled the Hittite allied city of Volusa in a conflict that was believed to be the inspiration for Homer's Trojan War. But the Mycenaean people didn't only travel to fight. They learned much from their neighbors, the Minoans of Crete, such as how to write syllabic script on clay tablets. Such tablets provide evidence that Mycenaeans spoke an early form of Greek. They also tell of how great Mycenaean kings ruled over their warriors from opulent palaces in places like Mycenae, Thebes, and Knossos.
Knossos, okay. That's how you pronounce that name. Right, okay.
The entrance to Agamemnon Citadel, or the Lion Gate, is one of the most iconic monuments in Mycenae. It is impressive for both its height and for the intimidating rendering on its relief, which depicts two lions standing on either side of a column. Unfortunately, the lions' heads, which were presumably made of a precious metal or higher quality stone, have been lost to time. The gate was most likely meant to greet a triumphant king returning home from successful military campaigns and to awe foreign visitors.
It's a very nice way to say it's probably stolen. Yeah. I mean, you're saying that it's gold and bronze, right? It's precious metals. Nice. Okay. Oh. There's about 27 discovery sites. That's huge. So many people, so many discovery sites. Discovery sites basically means the purple thing. There should be purple lights. Right? Interesting.
When these shafts were discovered by archaeologist Heinrich Schliemann in 1876, he believed the 6 gold-filled graves to be connected with the family of the great king Agamemnon, even going so far as to proclaim a gold mask he found within to be the death mask of Agamemnon. However, this was refuted by later excavations, which showed that the 19 bodies buried in the shafts dated back to a few hundred years before Agamemnon was even born. In fact, at the time of the body's burial, the Lion Gate and the citadel walls had not even been built yet. It's estimated that the people in the graves were members of the first Mycenaean dynasty. The graves later became a place of worship for Mycenaean kings, who raised walls to protect them. These walls helped preserve several incredible artifacts, including women's jewelry, death masks, and masterfully crafted weapons.
No wonder I remember this part. It's like, why is it built this way? I mean, it's like, it's like a small circle of stone tunnels, so to speak. It's not complete. I mean, it's the wear and tear just, basically worn the walls down. But yeah, I sort of remember this part. It's very interesting. It's a nice thing to have, glowing lines.
By 1250 BCE, Mycenae was at the height of its power, and its living quarters and workshops were numerous. Houses were built everywhere, from the top of the palace's hill near the king's residence, to the slopes and terraces within the walls, to the nearby hills outside the citadel. At one point, the citadel's walls even had to be enlarged to make room for more quarters. The people who lived inside the citadel were those with high status in either the military, religious, or administrative sectors of the kingdom. This is reflected by the ceramic and metal vessels inside the houses, as well as their painted plastered walls.
It does look a little bit different. I mean, that side there, all the buildings are like solid rock, but this one here, you can see the circles. Interesting.
A traveler seeking an audience with the king would have first ascended a steep ramp from the Lion Gate to the citadel's summit. Here, they would have walked into the palatial complex through a grand entrance called the Propylon. Once inside, their gaze would immediately be drawn to the palace's main hall, a monumental area known as the Megaron. The vividly decorated Megaron, which glittered with precious objects and colorful frescoes in its heyday, was where the king would have received the traveler. If the king was feeling generous, he would have shared with the visitor the palace's most marvelous feature, its commanding and majestic view, which stretched from the plain of Argolis to the gleaming Aegean Sea.
Character selection. Wow, I can actually change different characters. Ah, so this is what they mean by unlocking characters. Wow, all manners of characters can be unlocked. Nice. Ooh, this is cool. Okay, so this is where you control stuff. You can change characters if you want to. You can change your mount if you want to. Ooh, nice. Got different horses. A racing horse? Man. Complete a region. Ooh, Pegasus. Nice. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. This is cool. Get a nice photo like this here. Maybe. Wait. Reposition him. Okay. Should we orbit down? Oh yeah. Oh, this is nice. Oof. Yes, this is practice taking photos. I know the good photos are not like this. This is like touristy kind of photos. Yeah, the real good in-game photos has action shots. Yeah, the problem is you got to have the right props, got to have the right costumes and the right, skins and opportunity. Yeah. So take it slowly, take it slowly. We have to practice step by step. And it could be a while before you actually get a winning photo. Most good photographers probably will take hundreds of photos before they choose one really good one. Yeah, it's called the photographer's eye. So yeah, patience. Take one step at a time. You'll be good at it. All right. So I'm just trying to get used to the very distinctly interesting settings that you have in the photo mode, although very basic. I mean, you guys should really try the photo mode in Spider-Man. Yeah, I mean the Spider-Man, the PS4 game, it's not too bad actually. Yeah, it actually allows you to change expressions as well, and other than the frames and also the costumes and stuff like that, it have much better customization when it comes to photo mode. Yeah. But this, I think it's good enough for really, really nice keepsake kind of photos. Right, let's have a look. Oh. So this is like the welcome hall where you meet the kings.
It was in this palace where a legendary Mycenaean king like Agamemnon would have held court. According to Homer and other poets, Agamemnon led the Greeks in the sack of Troy. Stories say that he was a fearsome warrior on par with Achilles, but also an overly ambitious and arrogant ruler. He sacrificed his own daughter, Iphigenia, to convince Artemis to grant his ship's passage to Troy. After conquering the city, he returned to Mycenae with mounds of riches, and a Trojan named Cassandra as his concubine. Agamemnon's wife, Clytemnestra, was not pleased with her husband's sacrifice of their daughter. She plotted to murder her husband out of anger. The plot was successful, and, depending on the version of the story, Agamemnon was either murdered in his bath by Clytemnestra or killed by his cousin Aegisthus during a banquet.
See, never get on the wrong side of the woman. Well, arrogance has karma. Ooh, look at that. Nice. This is good detail. It's really a good idea to change to first person perspective just to take a look at the really fine design of the thing. Although it's blocky, unfortunately I don't have 4K, and my console is the older version of PS4. I'm not playing this on the PS5. Yeah, it's normal. It's quite acceptable standard with my console. Of course, if it was remastered for the PS5, oh, it's going to be such a different feeling. Alright, so you got ivory here. Got, although worn out, but there's a quite nice murals here. Interesting. This is actually made from wood. Nice. Let's carry on.
You've completed the tour. I trust it was an eye-opening experience. Though it did not last, Mycenae was a sort of precursor to what would eventually become the Greek civilization we know today. It's important we remember them, if only to avoid repeating their mistakes. Now, what else would you like to do? Let's begin. First, I have quite a simple question. Which ancient city may have been the inspiration for Homer's depiction of Troy?
Ah, ah.
No, the Mycenaeans who were at war with Troy in the first place.
Okay.
Thebes played an important role in
No.
the tragedy of Oedipus, but it was not the basis for Troy. Keep trying.
This one?
Knossos was the supposed site of the legendary Minotaur, but it did not inspire Troy. Although I am certain the Trojans wished they had a Minotaur on their side during the war. Either way, try again. Yes, the Mycenaeans' conflict with the city of Wilusa allegedly inspired Homer's Trojan War. Now for the second question.
Okay.
Agamemnon sacrificed his daughter Iphigenia to convince which god to allow him to proceed to Troy?
This one?
Yes, Agamemnon sacrificed Iphigenia to reconcile with Artemis, who then allowed his ships to pass to Troy. Now, one last question. What was the name of Agamemnon's Trojan concubine? Correct. Following the sack of Troy, Agamemnon sailed home with the Trojan prophetess named Cassandra. You've studied the ruins well, traveler.
Take me to the next suggested tour, or take me to a random tour. There actually is a random tour. Okay, wait.
Then, I suppose this is farewell. At least for now. Safe travels.
So actually it's broken down into regions. And they have like different objectives, right? Let's see. So there is like suggested tours. There's like the daily life tours, political and philosophy thing, religion and myths, battles and wars of famous cities. So we were actually doing tours of famous cities. Interesting. So in the map itself, so they will actually mark the interesting places for you. So just in case you wanted to, you know, go free and easy, there's still a way to do it. Yeah. Alright, so let's see. Okay. So if you manage to finish whatever you need to do, or finish the tour, you'll be marked with a golden cross. Okay. Well, the flight thing is still there. Alright, photos that we took just now was also, in here. And of course, whatever other people took is interesting. Alright. I see. Okay. So, I mean, the entire map is huge. Alright, so there are, basically islands, and there's one here. Interesting. So at one glance, I feel that it actually does at least the hotspots. Yeah, the most important stuff. So it's not too bad, actually. Talk about wine. There's actually a special place for wine. 10 minutes. The wine tour or the battle tour. Wow. 18 minutes. Ooh. Spartans in the famous Battle of Thermopylae. Wow. Oracle of Delphi. This is interesting. Let's go to this one. Yep. Chicken dinner. No, it's not PUBG. The chicken dinner. Yeah, it makes me hungry. Okay, let's do this. Alright, hopefully there's something good here. Alright, so we are on the tour of the Oracle of Delphi. Yeah. Whoa, this is another very busy place. And yes, there are chickens. Alright, let's take a tour. Alright, start it.
Here, visitor, and welcome to this sacred site. Delphi is an amazing place to visit if you're looking for information. I've come here on several occasions in search of answers to some particularly puzzling questions. And sometimes, I even found them. This is Delphi, home of the renowned oracle. Greeks considered it the navel of the world. Pilgrims and kings journeyed here from all over Greece and beyond, seeking advice from Apollo through the voice of his interpreter, Pythia. During your visit, you will experience the sanctuary through a pilgrim's eye and discover how important oracles and prophecies were to the people of Greece. Now, go off and begin your pilgrimage. I will be waiting for you at the end of your visit.
On their journey to the Temple of Apollo, pilgrims walked this sacred path up Mount Parnassus. The summer sun beat down hot on their backs. Along the way, they took in the magnificent monuments, treasuries, and statues that adorned the road. These landmarks were tokens of people's reverence for the oracle's benevolence. All were dedicated to Apollo, and most were offered by cities to commemorate military victories. The monuments represented not only their donors' piety, but also their power and wealth. The sanctity of Delphi has endured to the present day, and visitors still take this very same route.
Snakes. It's a snake climbing up the pillar. Nice. Nice. It's exactly the feeling of going through a flea market. Ooh, they even sell petals and cloth. Ooh, magnificent. It's beautiful. 7 leaders before Thebes. The Oath of the 7 leaders before Thebes. Bas relief tops clear. Let's see. Section with a chimera in observe. And a dove flying on reverse. What? Oh. It's coins, is it? Nice. know why all these statues look very expensive. Yeah, it's not stone statues, you know, it's real bronze statues. Cool, amazing. Look at that, man. Look at that. Glorious.
Καταδικαστέ ημίν ηθική αξία το τραγωδοποιό.
Oh. So there's quite a number of spots down there. Purple color ones. That probably can help me unlock more skins if I go to it. Wow, nice. Let's see.
Οι χαρακτήρες αυτές της τραγωδίας προαιρούνται επίσης της διαρκείας ένεξης. Πρέπει να σχολεία.
One of the most impressive dedications to Apollo came from the Cnidians, a Greek population that colonized the island of Lipari, north of Sicily. The story behind this dedication is notable. The Cnidians were at war with the Etruscans in the Tyrrhenian Sea. Seeking a good omen, the Cnidians consulted the oracle, and following her advice, they successfully captured 20 enemy ships. To thank Apollo, they offered the god the same number of statues as ships seized.
Wow. Nice. So the oracle is like a information center lah. You know, it's like the center of intelligence kind of thing. I mean, contrary to what we learn in, I don't know, story books. Yeah, it's not like, you know, XYZ God giving you some really important pointers and stuff like that. It's actually, I don't know, it could be backed by science, by real information, by spies. Yeah, so I think there's a spy network going on. I'm sure that there is. I mean, it's not everything that can explain to with mythology, right? Athenian Treasury. Okay. I mean, what city doesn't have treasury? I mean, you have to have treasury. The difference is whether, you know, the treasury has money for what. What's this? It's a bulletin. Something like a temple. Photo mode. Inspired by the architecture and scenery of ancient Greece, take a picture. Thank you very much. We know that.
Ότι ο Εχέφρον ούκ επενεργεί επικλαθμών προδημών, αλλά εκ των δεδομένων και τους δούλεις. Ο νους εσείς ως διδάσκεστε τα επιμηχανήματα αυτής, η ναή της ή αναγνωρίζειν ταύτα, και τους σόφρονας πολίτας διεμπιθεάζειν τους θεούς.
Πράγματα το παραδείγμα του έργων αυτού είναι αντιβάλλον με το δέον και
Μείο αρχιγενησιός ανατραφής δίν τραγωδοποιός. Κάλλιον έσεστε εκθέτην τούτων επί των κρυμνών ή να αποθάνουν. Καταδικαστέ ημίν ηθικέ αξίε το τραγωδοποιό.
So basically it's like you know, someone will be talking there and then, you know, these people were writing things down. It's like the ancient voice recorder. Alright. What else do we have? Next cutscene.
Next to the Naxian Sphinx stood a simple structure to display offerings from the Athenians, most of which were spoils of war. In particular, these offerings, called ex-votos, were prows of sunken Persian ships. The Athenians built the portico after their naval victory over the Persians in 478 BCE.
There's a lot of ancient coins. I think this is like the coin place if you want to actually get to know all the available coins in the entire Greek history. Yeah. So they actually made coins with ships on it. Interesting. That's King Xerxes? Very funny. Alright, just a quick shout out to Bud Gaming. Hey! Thanks for coming my stream. Just going through a very quick tour. Not very quick, I'm actually taking my time to enjoy the sights and sounds of actual game. Yeah. Yeah, I mean I played this game for a while, but it's like, you know, I don't really take the time to absorb what's going on for real. Right, Apollo Salamia. Again, art. Yes, I will classify it as art. Yeah, right. Okay. Wow. So busy. So many people. What is that actually? It's actually paint or what? Or is it light? What is this thing? Anyone knows? I've got to take photo. This will be my top quiz. What's this? It looks like the guy is trying to measure something. It's like what? An inspirational pose or something like that. It's something to give some inspiration or something to look at when you are, you know, tired of writing on a piece of parchment. I'm not surprised. I mean, if those of you who have written things before, I mean, sometimes you need to rest the eyes. So you know, maybe it's a very quaint device for people to rest their eyes. I'm curious. What exactly is this? Hey. All right. So yes, I see your message. I remember you. Yeah. Aren't you streaming? But gaming? Yeah, you haven't reached your hours yet, is it? Normally you stream about what, 8 to 10? Yeah, I'm just doing a very quick stream because later around 9 o'clock I want to go and actually watch somebody else talking about scam. Yeah, it's a big thing now. I mean, now a lot of people are very worried about being scammed. So I figured, you know, good idea to, you know, beef up a little bit of knowledge on how to detect scammers, so to speak. So cute! Oh my god! Okay, this is camera worthy. Yes, cute things. Okay, I cannot resist. Oh my god, this is so cute! Alright, okay. I'm trying to get... Ooh. This is nice. What did I do? Oh, did I hit something?
Once arriving before the temple, pilgrims wishing to consult the oracle had to first pay a tax. This tax gave them the initial right to approach the altar of Apollo and make an animal sacrifice to the god. But before proceeding to the Pythia, the preliminary ritual had to succeed. If the animal reacted favorably and showed signs of acceptance to the god, it was sacrificed, and the pilgrim would be allowed to enter the temple to question the Pythia.
So the girl stands by altar pour an offering to the Pythia. Okay. So it's the large table altar. Then they will sacrifice something there. The fire will be lit on the table. So the animal, usually an ox, stunned with a mallet. Okay. It's very graphical description, yeah, I'm already imagining. So the skin is given to the priest while the flesh is divided into parts. Oh, okay. It's like, you know, in Malaysia we have something like a korban. So it's something like that. Sounds like that. Okay, it's It's a normal thing. All right, so the bones and the fat. The bones and the fat offered to God. The meat is distributed amongst the people. Oh, yeah, correct. Exactly like that. Same concept, same concept. Okay, okay. All right, interesting. All right, sama lah. Okay. All right, so yeah, I was saying so cute. Yeah, I want to take a picture. This is very, very cute. Why is that tree gold in color? It's very interesting. No, wait. Let's wait for nice. Nah. Come on, lady. Give me a nice expression. Oh, I'm going to actually do an orbit downwards a little bit. So that we can show a little bit of this one. Yeah. Now that looks like life. Something about taking photos with a bit of life. So it's always a good idea to practice photo taking in the world. Yeah. All right. So yeah. Okay. So should I? All right. Let's see. Let's put the focus points on the lady. Nah. I think the tree would be nice. It's a fairly nice focal point. Right, and let's see. I don't want the tint. The hand is not good. Ah, this could be better. This guy at the back is he's not exactly the right angle. It's like he's pondering something. It's a good meme, I think. I'm just trying to think of what meme that goes well. I mean, at least the hands are not over people's face. Let's just take that. Yeah, I mean, why not, right? No worries, we can change another angle and see whether there's something that works much better. Yeah, I mean, it's little shots like this that can really make a difference in the feeling of everything. Let's see what happens when we do a very close up on the really cute animals on the table. Yeah, something that doesn't have humans in it. Let's try that. Alright. My dear PS4, come save photos faster, please. Chang. kind of angle should I pick? It's really fantastic looking ornaments. Yes, I'm just trying to look for the word ornaments. Yes, ornaments. All right, let's change another angle without human this time. Let's just only focus on this. Yeah. This looks good. All right. This angle. Let's see. Nope. Let's do this one. Maybe a little bit more close up, like this. Or maybe this angle. Something that doesn't have the lady. Top, bottom. I think this is good actually. It's not too bad. Let's look at the title like this. I think we're going to focus the center part, and we're going to go crop left and right. It will look quite good. Yes, I'm looking for a photo on my Instagram account. It doesn't matter whether your photo has something, obscuring at the side. As long as the middle part looks good, take it. Yeah, I think some of you are probably thinking that. Just take it. Why struggle? Why struggle on the angle and all these little details when it looks just fine? Just a tip for you. I mean, if you're using the 9 grid, right? If the object of your focal point is in one of the intersections, you're good enough. It looks a little bit okay as a photo. Yeah. Yes. No stress. I already said this stream is not about stressing yourself out on taking photos, but I'm just practicing so that we get a little bit more, feel when it comes to taking photos. Yeah. There's nothing like a little practice in the visual arts. Yeah, people like me who write a lot, we need some exercise when it comes to actually looking at something visual. Yeah. It's always about, trying to get that right tinge or right feeling when it comes to photo. And feelings in photos, this is something like art appreciation, I think. A little bit like that. I know it's pretty basic stuff. There's not a lot of things that you can do basically in this particular photo mode. There are much better games with better photo modes. This one I have to attest to that. But sometimes, every single little thing that is available to you, if you know how to use it well, it actually doesn't look that bad. That's nice. I don't want Visionette. Now, bloom doesn't make a difference here. I mean, if you guys are wondering what bloom is, it's actually light reflecting off some shiny surface. So if you have, if you're taking a photo and you have like a light shining past the shield or something, so it actually, the light actually shines at you. So you can actually use bloom to reduce the reflection. Yeah, so it's like overexposure, some people call it. So they have this particular setting that actually dims down the reflection. Yeah, so I'm quite liking the tool. It's not too difficult to use. It's just like, whether you want to, play and test all the settings to get the right feeling. It's all about the feeling, yeah. All right, I'm not that good at composition, but when it comes to colors and feeling, I think we are not too bad. We're not too far off. And I think if I crop this part out, it looks good. It will look like a Instagram worthy thing, right? Just to let you see. Right, if I cropped a little bit to the left, maybe I zoom out a little bit, it'll be just nice. Yeah, I mean, it is a bit transparent. I mean, if you look at the pot at the bottom, and it's a bit transparent out a little bit, so maybe I'll zoom out a bit. Alright, so let's switch to composition mode, and let's maybe zoom out a little bit. This is offset. Okay. Alright, so let's just make sure that it doesn't have transparent. Yeah, so don't worry, I'm going to crop him out. And I'm going to just keep the middle part. Yeah. All this time just to take a nice photo. Of course! Of course! Unfortunately, we're not on the real tour. If I was in a real tour, I think, you know, the tour guide would have blown the whistle 300 times, and, you know, the whole group will be looking at me like one kind. Yeah. So that's the good thing about virtual tours, right? You can take your time, all right? Take in whatever that you're seeing and have a very good, feel good feeling. Yeah, so those of you who probably need a little bit of chillax way or stress-free way to enjoy a game, and you don't want to go through killing and blood and walking from point A to point B and trying to figure out how to get item A to person B. Yeah, so yeah, it's a virtual tour is good. Alright, let's move on. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's see. How do I go back?
At last we arrive at the Temple of Apollo, where the oracle relayed her prophecies. The temple was the final destination of those seeking an audience with the Pythia, and its appearance matched the majesty of its purpose. Atop its imposing columns, the structure's pediments displayed famous mythological scenes, sculpted by the renowned Greek artist Antenor. But as grand as the temple looked from the outside, it paled in comparison with what happened within.
I mean, the outside does look impressive. I mean, if you look at the top part here. Really? Okay, let's turn on photo mode and let me fly up there. This is the wonderful thing about orbit mode. You can actually go up to eye level. Yes, and take a look at the murals. Yeah. Alright, so let's take a look at up there. Ooh, look at that. Now this is fantastic. You know, at one glance, the guy in the middle, it looks like he has like 4 arms. Alright. Okay, what do we have? So there's that thing that has multiple heads. What, the Hydra? Snake thing? Move upwards so that we can actually have a very nice look at the roof with the angel on top. Nice. Again, I'm trying to get a very good Insta-worthy shot here. Alright. Nice. Did anybody count how many photos I took so far? I think 10. I'm not saying quality shots, but quantity first. Yeah. Don't worry about quality or not. It's just a practice run.
Η τραγωδία κινείται μεταξύ τριών βαθμίδων. Δι συνεκτιμήσετε όντως το απροσδόκητο του πελάτου και θεμελιώσετε τα δεδομένα και μετά...
Μεγαλώνει με θεά.
Prophecies were given in the most restricted part of the temple, the adytum, by a chaste woman known as the Pythia. Before delivering prophecies, she first purified herself with water, then burned laurel leaves and barley flour to begin the ritual. Finally, while seated on a tripod surrounded by offerings, the Pythia delivered Apollo's messages. Her words were often strange and indecipherable, and required further interpretation by the temple's priests. Despite much research, the exact causes of the oracle's behavior while prophesying are debated to this day.
So the Pythia is like, it's like Morse code, you know? Yeah. I mean, we did say Delphi is more like a central place for information, right? So and I was suggesting that it probably is like a spy network. All right, my interpretation. All right, and you know, being the Pythia, the what we say, the frontliner, the person that is in front of the person who is receiving the information, you can't help but, you know, you need to, how I say it, mask the information, encrypt. Yes, the word is encrypt the information in such a way that, you know, people standing next to you is not going to understand what the message is. And the real person that's giving the actual message is probably the temple priestess. And of course, you know, you and I know, whenever information that is passed from one source to another source and to another source, we all know how likely it gets misinterpreted or you know, it gets sandwiched and becomes something else. Yeah, so it's like interesting, right? So yes, questionable. Does the Pythia really say things from Apollo straight, or is it just a show?
Myths
Conspiracy.
say that while searching for an oracle who could impart their words to mortals, Apollo established a sanctuary on Mount Parnassus. Apollo took over this site by slaying its sinister guardian, the snake-like Python.
Wow. So the foundation of oracle. Nice. So for Greeks, the fight with Pytho, which explains why now giant snakes is called pythons, yeah? Explain the foundation of the oracle and the sanctuary. It also symbolized the triumph of civilization over forces of chaos. Or it's just like Zeus over Typhon or Heracles over different monsters. Okay, right. Okay, so it's very symbolic in a way. Interesting. So it's either Apollo killed it with a bow, or the other side is Heracles seated holding a laurel branch and club. But snakes are quite predominant as the villain, sort of. Yeah, it's depicted either as monsters, or in what we saw just now, Athena's case, it seems that it's revealed it's a pet. Yeah, so it's very strange. Very strange, but yet interesting, you know? Which explains why he's wrapped in snakes. Oops, sorry. I know you were praying. Sorry. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's move on. Quick.
visit is complete. I hope you now understand how important this sanctuary was, and how it affected the lives of people both in the Greek world and beyond its borders. To be honest, I could speak about Delphi all day. But what would you like to do now? Ah, you wish to test your knowledge. Let's begin with a simple question. What did the oracle use to purify herself before her predictions?
What? I think
The
this.
Greeks used olive oil for things like meals and medicine, but it was not required to purify the oracle. Try again.
Meal and medicine. Water.
Correct. The oracle used water for purification.
It's not oil,
Time
it's
for
water.
another question. Which god was believed to speak through the oracle at Delphi?
Oh, this one I know.
Yes, the oracle allegedly spoke the words of Apollo, which were then interpreted by priests. One final question for you. Delphi is situated on which mountain?
Okay, I think it's Parnassus.
Correct. Delphi stood on the slope of Mount Parnassus. Well done, traveler. Your knowledge rivals that of the wisest philosophers. As you wish. It has been a pleasure sharing Delphi with you.
Φωνία και χειροκτώνε, φυλαγρώτη και λυτηρία
I can hold this to change the time of the day. Let's take a look at some sightseeing. Oh, nice. Okay, the hills, the flowers. This looks like a very nice. Sphinx and Oedipus standing in front of the Sphinx replica. Oh, okay. Let's see what else we can discover here. Ooh, the golden carriage. Wow, 4 horses. Nice. This is very cool. The Charity of Delphi. This statue is dedicated to the tyrant of Gallia in the Pythian Games. Oh, nice. Use the bird to find out more places to unlock. So that's unlocked. And this one, I can mark this. Alright, so that I can actually get there. Let's unlock. Ooh. I know, I'm evil. I keep bumping into people. Cha-cha. Saber rock. Ah? What? It's a painting? No, seriously? Really? You mean, what? This is a painting? You must be kidding me. Doesn't look like anything. What else? Okay. There's one more spot there. There's one more spot here. Okay, let's try that. Ooh, the theatre. Alright, so view of the theatre and the valley. Contemporary. Saying what? Ooh. So it's an expensive view of the sanctuary and the valley below. 5,000 spectators. It's like the movies, but open air. Yeah. Artistic contest. They call it artistic contest. Alright. So especially during competitions like the Pythian Games. Oh, so it's like Academy Awards. Yeah. So the contest is like plays, poetry readings, musical performances. Oh, okay. So it's not for the audience, but it's also for Apollo, the god of arts. It would explain a lot. I see. Okay, so it seems if I go up there, I could probably have a very good photo moment. Let's see. So somewhere around here. Take it from the top here, time on this statue, and I take a photo from here. Ooh, nice. It's really good. Clouds are a little bit cloudy today, but it still looks good. Alright, so it still looks very nice. Especially the blob. No, the valley. Focus on the valley. Yes, composition. This. Okay, let's put the focus point here. Let's see whether I can change. Let's put a bit of contrast. Temperature a little bit. This. Very cool. Yes. The contrast is a little bit. It's too long. No, too cool. Okay. No, it doesn't make a difference. Fog. Ooh, no, turn off. Depth of field. Okay, we're gonna try and unlock at least one region. I mean, at least this one, because it's like it has a very healthy splattering of colors and a very nice scene. Yeah, This is good. This is a very, very good shot. All right, not too bad for 2 hours, right? Yeah. Like I said, you know, if you were really to travel somewhere outside, okay, on a tour, I don't think you get this much time to capture images that actually is good. Yeah, it's a process. It's a process. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this one. All right, I'm gonna try and unlock and see any good stuff. Let's see what we have. The Leash of Nidians. Battle of Marathon, reconstitution, a painting of Polygontos. Okay, where else? I think there's another one down here. Tripod of Piata? And the palm tree. Ah, the golden palm trees. Why? Alright. Okay, so the tripods are pieces of furniture offering a ritual. Okay, Upitia sat on the sacred Delphi tripod when delivering her prophecy. So it's about an 8-meter tall bronze column that ended in the snake heads. Alright, so next to the tripod is the palm tree of Eurymedion. The Athenians have to come to defeat out the Persians. Wow, interesting. Okay, yes. Anywhere here that I missed? No. I think we are clear. Here, it's only probably, let's go here instead. Why does he have to run like that? It's a questionable animation. It's like as if he's hunching. And he actually pushes people. Yeah. So it's like, what? I miss Cassandra. I'm gonna change it back to her. My goodness. Okay, alright, so oh, it's all the way down there. Interesting. What the? How am I gonna get across? What the? Okay. Well, guys, you know that this character here is quite invincible in a way. Yeah, he can climb up and down different terrain quite easily. So this is like not really a problem for him. And this is discovery mode, so discovery tour, so you won't really die from a fall. Surprisingly. The Snake Temple, yes! My favorite spot. Yeah. So the Snake Temple is very, very near the Oracle of Delphi. Yeah, now I remember. Yeah, it's one of the earliest places, interesting places that you get into the game. I remember I took my first photo, in-game photo here in the Snake Temple. Yeah, because I was curious. I was like thinking, at this really giant thing there. I'll show you later the bones, but this is my favorite photo shoot place, the first place that I ever took a photo in game. All right, look at that, look at that, look at that, guys! You will not believe it. When I give you the close up, it's excellent, it's wonderful. Alright, as promised, I'm going to change to Cassandra. Yeah. Since I unlocked her skin, I'm going to try the new one. Cassandra the pirate, Cassandra Alexios the hunter, Cassandra Artemis. Yeah. Ooh, look at her. Wow, this is cool. I have a tablet. I can climb up the bones. Look at that! Woohoo! Nice. This is a huge snake, guys. Yeah. But if this was a real museum, you think you would actually be able to climb the backbone of the snake so easily? Nah, I doubt so. You can climb it up. Wow. Ching, ching, ching. Ooh, look at that. It's long. All the way to the tailbone. Yeah. Let's go back. Ugh. Nice, nice, nice. Shall we take a photo here? No, it's a bit too far. I think which angle is best? Why is that guy sighing? He's probably telling me, no, don't climb the bones. And he sighs. Told you not to climb on the bones. The bones are sacred. Okay. Look at the fangs. Look at those fangs. Can I stand inside? I'm supposed to be able to squat. I can't. Oof. This one is on the pedestal here. It should be this corner. Yeah, this is nice. It's a very nice corner. Look at that. Here's the side. Okay. Don't worry, I just snap the photo. Oh, wait. Snap the photo now. Okay, right. So. Ooh, even without the headgear, you can actually see all the spots. It's nice. Okay. Just adjust a little bit. Zoom out. Just a little bit. There you go. It's tricky when you have a PlayStation controller and do the photo shoot. It's a bit challenging because you have to your fingers have to be very surgical precision. Yeah, so it's like performing surgery a little bit. It's like, one small step is like, pooh, oh, gone. Your setting is out. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you see, it just jumps. Okay. I'm going to try one more at night. I actually fast forward the time so that I can get a night shot. Because if it's a night shot, I don't know how the lighting is like. Maybe I can put some fire or some torches there to actually give it some really surreal kind of feeling. Yeah. Ooh, now that's super moldy. And this is less moldy. Okay. This one, the saturation can make the granite at the back look really cool. Okay, bloom is the reflection. I can minimize the reflection on the bone, or I can put it out to max, but it will actually blur the effect. Fog is basically if you don't want the hills to be too detailed, which in my case I want to emphasize on more on the pillar. Pillars are good. It's just whether, yeah, let's adjust a little bit so that we get a good shot, or at least an Instagram worthy shot. Yeah, the thing about Instagram is it's going to be cropped into a square, so if you don't give enough space, it's not going to look, you know, you get what I mean, guys? Yeah. The factor is not there. It's the factor. I don't want too much of the sun there. I want something like this, or something like this, or this, or this. Nah. This. No, I like this angle. I like this because there's a bit of everything, you know. Yeah. Let's take a little bit of the rock, a little bit of the sun. There. Alright, I'm gonna fast forward to night time and see whether it still looks good. Yeah, so to actually put it fast forward to night, you just need to press the touchpad in the middle. Yeah, normally you get the fast forward effect. My only problem is the lighting. I don't know whether the lighting will be good or not, although there's a torch there. Yeah, it's going to be the first time I'm taking the snake temple at night. So I did mention before, I took my first photo using the snake temple as the, one of the pivotal points. I'm impressed. The first time I saw this place, I was like, I've got to take a picture of this. Yeah, the second place was actually, I think, in front of the door. The how I say, the very futuristic looking door that goes into a very secret place. Yeah, so that's what happened to me. Okay, so let's see. Alright, fast forward. Back. Okay. Let's fast forward. Okay, wait. Oops. Sorry. Back. Okay, I'm supposed to tap and hold. Yeah. So nighttime comes, everything will turn dark. There you go. See? Now we're looking at the nighttime. Alright, so the problem with this is you might not have enough lighting on the other side, but again, it could give a very nice shadow effect. So let's take a look at what we can do. Alright, so I think if we stand a little closer to the fire, we can actually put some fire next to the face with a very big fang kind of. I don't know. It's just a hypothesis. Let's try and see whether it's possible or not in photo mode. So you can actually do something like this, which gives the snake a little bit more menacing. It looks a little bit more menacing. You can do with or without Cassandra if I want to. Yeah. Just let me take this first for good effect. Yeah, you gotta take some, you know, photographers, normally they will scout the place first. They will actually take a few pictures for sample first. Yeah, so it's like scouting. Recon, they call it. So you do a bit of recon first, reconnaissance on the area. Then after that, you go into the specific details on which angle is good, what are the traits to highlight. In fact, if you look at cinematography or even videography planning, there are some parts of taking a video that actually requires you to be very familiar with the environment first. So I've seen them do this before, and it normally takes about 1 or 2 days, depending on the area, and depending on the surface area they want to cover in the videography. So it's a very interesting process because they'll take the photos, they'll discover new angles that will probably look better in a certain lighting, and they'll plan how they want to take the photo. So it's a very good experience going through all that. If you guys watch the making of movies and stuff like that, you've probably seen a lot of that. Yeah, you've probably seen directors going through, like, which angle is good. Normally we plan the movements like this. In our case, it's just static photography, but it's still, when you're not that familiar with the place and you can't move things around in the place, you gotta work with it. Yeah, so it goes with a lot of things in life as well. So yeah. So it do give it a very good process. And trust me, you can't do this in a tour. In a real tour, go, let's move on. So we only have 1 day. 1 day to cover, 5-6 locations. You're not going to have time for all that. Yeah. So this is another reason why I love photo mode in-game. It just gets you slow down so that you take a real close look on the environments. You appreciate the work that the developers put in, especially the modelists. Yeah, people who are doing not so much of the animation, but the 3D art and the 3D, modeling people, the modeling artists. They really had to actually go through a lot of references to just recreate the same kind of texture and also the structure of the thing. Of course, my screen is not really 4K, so it's not really doing a lot of justice, but I'm pretty sure, when they design the whole thing, it's on glorious 4K, it's on the best hardware equipment. It's just a bit too bad that, normal people like us, we just have very normal hardware. See? Now I have a situation where there is the very classical red eye syndrome. Of course, in our case, we actually have yellow eye syndrome. It looks like she's possessed. Don't you think so? All right. So yeah. All right. Let me just zoom in. Yeah. Now it's gone. All right. Once I move the camera a little bit, the yellow eye syndrome is gone. Yeah. It sounds like it sounds like a Twilight Zone moment. What happens if okay, I'm changing the grid, but actually what I wanted to do is I wanted to take off the thing and maybe change a little bit of the angle. Can I capture the fire with her face? Unless she stands really close and she has that fire on the face kind of feeling. Yeah, so you know what I mean, right? You gotta actually reposition her. Yeah, this is opposite. Yeah, I'm directing the art style in this one. Yeah, so she looks better with a bit of thing here. And look at the tats. I mean, her tattoos are wonderful. It's a shame you don't capture all these details. Yeah, we have to find a way to capture all that detail with a little bit of spice at the back. I'm trying to see what What angle is good, will work well with her? This one maybe? Yeah, for those of you watching, just in case you're curious on what I'm doing, I'm actually playing photographer. Yeah, I'm not a professional, just so you know. So I'm just practicing actually. Yeah, so thanks for joining me on my stream. Appreciate your patience, okay? Yes, it's a creative process. It takes time, you know? Okay. The tats are very good. Got to find a way to reposition her in such a way that it looks really well. You know what? If she was a real person, she would have been so frustrated at my directions. Move here! Look up! Don't look down. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Almost, almost. Yes. Now this is good. Yes. Okay, I got a very good feeling about this. Yes, 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 yes. We're on to something. Right. You can do this corner. It looks like she's looking in the fire and pondering about the future. Yeah, you can sense that direction. If I try to do the other side, I mean, you can't see so much of her facial features, you see? She looks like a very mysterious person gazing, wondering at something else. Nah, this is not a good angle. But that one, this one was good. Ah. Alright, so it's either direct at the camera or maybe a little bit of side profile like this. I'm gonna take both. I'm gonna take both. Alright. Switch to edit mode so that we can get a very good focus. Okay, don't have to blur too much because I still want to see the fangs, but not too much. Yes. No, too red, too red. Okay, I take the bloom. Now this one looks cold, but if I increase the bloom, it will look like, you know, she's trying to use her gaze to enhance the fire kind of feeling. Yeah. I'm just going to do this as a visual effect because, I mean, it's, you know, my recording here, it's recorded. So it's, as a visual effect, it's a very nice little 3-second, 5-second kind of video thing. Yeah, so again, ladies and gentlemen, we've discovered a new way to use photo mode. It's one of those small transition kind of effect that you can do. Ooh, yeah, baby. Oh man, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Now fog. Fog doesn't really make much of a difference unless the fog goes in the way of the head, which I don't want. Yeah, it's very likely I'm going to crop on the left hand side, and that would really look really good on Instagram. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just make sure it's a right, good angle. Away. A little bit of everything. You see, surgical precision. Man, controller is, I mean, you can't just do alternate or what, you know. It's either too much or too little. It's so annoying. Yes. Okay. Yes, guys. The creative process needs time. Alright. Hey, Mehdi. Thanks for joining my stream. The gaming chair? This gaming chair is Ringgit Malaysia 400, I think. Yeah, so I mean it's not expensive. Take a look at your marketplace. I think you get something quite affordable. Yeah, I mean the most important thing, you have very good lumbar support. Yeah, the most important thing is lumbar support. All right, so thanks for joining my stream here, yeah, Wujan. All right, okay, so this is shot one. Okay, so let's do super close up. I don't know how it's gonna look like. All right, you see, when I go too close up, it will just vanish. You don't know, you don't want a vanishing Cassandra, trust me. All right, okay, what happens if I take off the hood? Nah, she looks cooler with the hood. Okay, let's see. See, look at the fire. It makes so much difference, although the depth of field is supposed to change, you know, some feeling there. Oh man, this is good. Ah, now it's Mysterio time. Okay, although it's dark, but with a little bit of adjustment of temperature, it'll just look like it's a green storytelling thing or what. It's like they're trying to cast an evil spell. Ooh, look at that. Ah, this is so red. So a bit of noise can give it a bit of photography feel. I think it's good. It's worthy as a wallpaper. Alright, Vignette doesn't make much sense because it's already a very dark photo. Bloom is like you want to brighten the thing up, or you see, if I brighten it too much, you don't see the blue at the bottom. You know, the blue at the bottom actually gives it a little bit of magic. Yeah, it feels like magic in a way. Blue and red is like contrast colors, so it's mysterious. Yeah, let's just call it that. Okay. Alright. No fog. There's not much difference in fog because it's the whole thing is dark and there's no distance, so nothing much you can do about it. But I think the feeling is almost there. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's adjust a little bit. Ah. Oh, the flames is so good. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, so you can see so much of a difference when you do close-up shots and, you know, distance shots. It's really good. And there's another thing that you can do in the photo if you're keen on tilting it. All right, just to give a little bit of tilt effect. You can actually see that when you tilt it, the fire effect actually gets tilted as well. I bet you didn't know that. All right, so you can actually do zoom in and zoom out if you want to. All right, so this is like you know, the standard camera kind of tilt, zooming in. So yeah, so one of the many things you can do in photo mode. All right, so those of you joining me just a moment ago, I'm just actually testing out the photo mode in Assassin's Creed. Yeah, so you know, I don't really do a lot of photography, in-game photography. And I am aware that the photo mode in Assassin's Creed Odyssey is not really as fantastic as some other games that you might have seen before, but we work with what they have. Yeah, so you know, when it comes to creativity, it's just a little bit of imagination, I think. Yeah, it's just a little bit of imagination. Wow. This is a really good day. I feel so calm and chill. Surprising to many, yeah? Yeah, those of you who know me, you don't know me as a person who appreciates art. But yes, I actually enjoy this. Yeah, I'm actually enjoying this. All right, okay. Yeah. This is good shot because, you know, at the left hand side you see some really edgy thing, and the right hand side you see some really strong stuff going on, and then at the corner there's a little bit of blue for a little bit of mysterious effect. This is good. This is a very good angle. Alright, just in case you're curious, I am trying to take photos for a contest. Yeah, this is just practice run, you know. It's not really, I don't know. I don't know whether it's good enough for a contest or not. That's the thing. You can call it this human nature to always downplay, you know, what you can really do with photography. All right, but I'll try my best. Okay, so again, surgical positions. Sometimes you won't get the right shots, you know. If I do an entire stream of 6 hours just on photography, I think it is quite possible. But again, I'm looking forward to do the same thing on Valhalla. It's going for discount now, but unfortunately my budget doesn't really permit buying that title yet. But you know, I think photo mode is probably one of my new hobbies in the coming year. I think it's already the year end. I have a lot of hobbies, right? So I think I'll probably pick up in-game photography for real. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm feeling good about this. Although the tools here are really very basic. But you know what? One of my biggest problems now is I have a channel. I have my Facebook. I have my YouTube, which is waiting for all my highlight videos, which I haven't done. Okay, I'm not afraid to share you this. I've written articles for game reviews. You know, I just don't have that kind of content for my Instagram account. I'm like, what the heck? You know, yeah. So it's like, Instagram is supposed to be the most easiest thing to produce, right? You just do a screenshot of the game or a screenshot of something funny in the game and you post it. Yes? Maybe it's me. I have this thing about quality, you know. This thing about aesthetic. But it's not important, you see. Yeah, it's not important. It's something that people see, something that people can value, you know. So yes, just in case you're wondering, I'm actually also teaching people how to do good Instagram accounts and stuff like that. So I'm more of a visual person. So whenever I see something visual, it's like it has to be good enough to suck me in. Yeah, and me being a gamer, I'm going to actually emphasize on that. Yeah, so I have very high demands on myself, which is not a good thing most of the time. People do say that. You don't have to be so hard. It doesn't need to be so hard. Yeah, true. It doesn't. Eh? Oh, what is this? What is she doing? Wait a minute, you're telling me that the blue color stuff has something? What is she doing? I have no idea what. It's just an animation, is it? Wow, this is strange. So that means the blue spots actually is like interaction points. I didn't know that. Ooh. Okay. Wait. I saw this guy. He was... Alright, there's one more here. You mean she's gonna dig around every time I walk over the thing? Just looking here, up, down. Oh. All right, let me go back to where I was. The head of the thing here. There was a guy who stand here and do stuff, right? So what happens when I stand here? Nothing much. Then what she was digging just now? Okay, this is weird. All right, okay, what is this? Okay, all right, what's this? Well, she's trying to build a mound, and she found something. Okay, photo moment. This is what I mean by action shots. So you guys, if you want to know how to do action shots, go to Discovery Tour, look for the blue color circles and do something. Okay. Interesting. I didn't see that. Right, what does she has on her hand? It's a piece of bone. Yeah, no. It looks like a giant screwdriver head. Expressionless. I'm not quite sure whether I want to take an expressionless Cassandra, but okay, let's try. Let's try. Okay. Let's try. With all that tattoo on her face, it's pretty hard to actually, you know, get this thing here. Maybe I could do a black and white one. Yeah. Let's see. So black and white, but very interesting temperature. It's very dark. Right. It's a different style. Okay, so if I reduce the contrast, it would be... I know, it looks like horror story, yeah? Okay, those of you playing horror games, you probably can see that this is not Cassandra, but this is like Murder Sandra. Yeah. Okay. If I change the tint, alright, so a bit more warmer. Alright, maybe some of you are like, oh, this is like so... I mean, it does have a very nice contrast. Her markings on the skin it makes her look like a cannibal, you know, which is not a bad thing at all, because it actually gives a little bit of that murderous vibe, that relentless killer vibe. Depth of field. Yeah, a little less of the background, but just enough to enhance certain things about the... You look at her hands, it's very weird. I know, it looks like it's like something not right. Somehow there's something very weird about her hands at this angle. Hold on, yeah. Just let me do this a little bit. Yeah, probably something different. Something different. Okay. It might work. It might work. Let's see. Look at that. There are stars. The stars is good. But I don't like the bug. It seems like there's a bug flying on the top of her head. Yeah, it requires a little bit of editing. Yeah, we've got to clean that dot up. But if you remove that, the stars and the details, it feels good. It feels good. Yeah, it feels good, at least on the left-hand side. Right, let me see whether we can do a little bit of magic here. Okay. So I basically reduced the tint, that's why it's black and white. The saturation, I think. So if I put in the little bit of color, I mean it does, but it doesn't have that murderous thing, yeah. So it's a little bit black and white, but I think I can go full black and white, but it's not nice. Still want a little bit more, but a little bit less. You get what I mean? Okay. You can go all the way blue or all the way red. It's like a sepia kind of feeling. Sepia better or totally cold better? Both are good actually. Can't decide. Take both. Yeah, when you have a setting, you can't decide. Just take both. Decide later. Yeah, now you can see why I say, you know, I'll probably end up with 100 photos by the end of the stream. Okay, yeah, I didn't say how many photos that are unique, you see, but I mean changing the filter itself is already, you know, it's already considered unique. Just waiting for it to go through again. Yay. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I was saying, let's take the cold version. Take. All right. Okay, it seems that some of you are actually messaging me on YouTube. Hello. Yeah, unfortunately my stream is actually more on the Facebook, but I do see you, Tiffany, Maria, and Jasmine. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I'm just you know, experimenting with photo mode. You know, it's something that the game has, but you know, I don't really use it that much. I'm only practicing now. Yeah, the action shots actually will come much later when I get back my groove when it comes to my controls. Yeah, I was playing like 2 hours before the stream, and it's like, whoa, man, my fingers are hard. Yeah, it's just not flexible to do the actions and, you know, to actually go into photo mode. You see, the problem with action shots for the PlayStation, on the PC, it's easy for you to just press on the F3 and you can go into photo mode. But on the PlayStation, you only have this controller, and you actually have to press L3 and R3 together to get into photo mode. So imagine if you are playing the action, all right, you're trying to kill someone, you're trying to execute some really special moves, you will be using the shoulder buttons a lot, and you will also be using these buttons a lot. So if your fingers are short like mine, it's gonna be quite a challenge to actually, you know, click on that. Yeah. Now you see the difficulty in this. So like I said, take it one step at a time. Yeah, just get used to the photo taking, editing part. You know, just chillax. It's chillax. We still have one weekend to go through this. And for those of you just watching, you know, just to let you know, this weekend, this game is free to play. It's free to play from Ubisoft Connect. All right, so just in case if you want to actually have a go at this game, you can open up a discovery tour. You don't need to finish the entire game to get good shots like this. In fact, I am actually in discovery tour of the game to take shots like this. All right, so if you guys want to join the Ubisoft photo contest, just go into discovery tour and pick up a few nice sceneries or new locations, pretty good locations, to take that photo and join the competition. Yeah, so the instructions on how to join the competition is actually in my post. I'm going to actually post that in a bit. But do follow Ubisoft to find out what hashtags to use and what to tag them. And best of luck, everyone. Yeah. All right, so like me, I think I'm happy with this, maybe. Okay, let me try one more thing. Again, I'm that kind of person that won't be impressed with one result. I probably need to try a few. So this is like the poison green kind of thing, which makes it looks like underwater. Oh yeah, did you know that you can actually take photos underwater? Yeah, it might sound difficult, but actually, if you have the Poseidon's trident and you go into the sea, you don't have to worry about breathing. Yeah, you are actually immune to running out of breath in underwater. I've seen people, what they do is they jump into the sea, all right, and look for places that there's whales and there's ruins under the sea, and they take photos there. Fantastic. I don't know how they do it, but it's like, I don't know, I've got to try that someday. Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm like, how do you know that there's a whale there? I mean, I think it's really luck. It's really, really luck. Like I said, you won't get the perfect shot the first time, but I think with a little bit of luck, you can actually get, you know, some sort of effect. All right, so this is what Virginia does. Virginia actually puts some really black background there, and if you take the entire photo like this, it looks like you can actually put a monologue right next to her face. Yeah, so those of you who are, you know, maybe want to put in a little bit of melodrama or a little bit of a thought bubble kind of thing for Cassandra. Yeah. Or, you know, you just want to say, who am I going to kill today? Yeah. I'm just suggesting. All right. So don't make it a bit too fancy, but take it. Hi DK, thanks for joining me. Yeah. Hey, you're so free, ah? I thought 8 o'clock you guys are streaming. 8 or 9 o'clock. I'm sure it is, right? But thanks for dropping by, even if it's just 3 seconds. Well, if you stay on for about 10 seconds or 15 seconds, that's great. That's good. Thank you very much. All right, yeah. Okay, all right, so I think we are done with this. Let me just fire up the bird and let's see whether there is any other spots. that requires my attention. Ah, there's another one there. Okay. Okay. Where's the horse? Alright. Woohoo! Oh. I'm gonna torture the horse again. It's so dark. Okay, let me switch it to daytime. Can I switch it to daytime? I can't switch it to daytime when I'm mounted. One of the quirks of the game, you cannot switch to daytime when you're mounted on the horse. There you go. Tip of the day. Alright, how am I gonna get there? Nope. Wrong way. Okay, Snake Temple. Thank you very much for the information. Let's go on to the next stop point and see whether it's a good photo opportunity. Yes. I'll be going off stream in about 20 minutes, so I think this will probably be my last shot for the night. Yeah, I've got to go somewhere at 8 o'clock. So yeah, thanks for joining me in a stream, just in case you want to go off now. I'm just playing Discovery mode in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Oh, my poor horse. Alright, yeah. Okay. I'm not a fan of torturing horses. Yeah, in my earlier streams I did say this. Yes, our horse is like the grab in our game, so we should really treat our grab driver nice. There you go. Ha. This one. Yes, this is another fantastic looking weird thing that I discovered. Yeah. This is like, it's a tomb of Titius. It's fantastic. It's one of those very weird photo opportunities that you don't find. I mean, unless you guys play the game often enough or even explore the world enough. Yeah. All right. So let's take a look. So that's the person's face. All right. That's two birds there. All right. It's very hard to capture this in a very nice way unless you're very high up on the hill. Okay, but I can totally do a shot of the nose, and yeah, just for kicks. I know, I promise. I'm supposed to go to the next spot. Yeah. Let me just take that, and I can probably superimpose with something else. Yeah, I can put my face there. Wow. Okay. Hey. My PS4. Alright, if you guys are asking when am I going to get my PS5, depends. If I get a very big fat bonus, sure, I will consider it. But again, you and I know that PS5 stock is not exactly fantastic nowadays. Some of my friends are actually waiting for months just to get one, and they're still waiting. Apparently, local gaming stores are actually adapting something called a ticket system. It's a ticket system to actually get your hands on PS5, to actually purchase a PS5, and you probably get to wait for another 1 or 2 months before the stock is available and delivered. So it's a very different thing. We are in luck. Alright, so apparently this point here is, I would say, a fantastic point to actually take photos. I think so. Alright, so let's dismount. See? Discovery tour, guys. Take the discovery tour. It will always recommend you the best spots to take photos. Hint. Very big hints here. Alright, this is good. Alright, so inspired by the Isle of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, courtesy of Titan Books. Oh, this is the render. Of course, we're gonna take a photo that's better than that. We're going to take a photo that's better than this. No, this is illustration, okay? Illustration is a different thing. Photography is a different thing. Yeah. All right, so, okay, let's see. Chung, chung, chung. All right. Okay, so there are 17 discovery sites, and I've only got 12. All right, so I've got 15 minutes to actually find the rest. Can I do it? If I don't take too long taking the photo. Yeah. Oh, wait. Why not? I change this person. I'm going to change it to another character. Something that is a little bit more, I don't know, nice to see. Something fantastic. Young girl, young boy. Nah. Greek tough guy. Pythagoras. Soldier, the hunter mode. Nah. I haven't unlocked all these characters yet. What can I do? Let's look at the mercenary or the Cassandra the pirate. Let's take this. I will take like a selfie with him and the statue at the back. That's the direction. No. Alright. Yeah, I'm going a bit direction centric now, not the feeling type. Because if I really go for the feeling type, it's not going to actually end up very well. Alright, so first of all, make him face forward. Alright, find that right angle first. So since there are two birds here, if I can get his face somewhere in the middle or somewhere here or somewhere here or just a little bit lower. Nah, this is a good spot actually. It's just the angle. Alright, anyway, let's try. It's always a way to get this shot. How? Now, this is one of the dangerous or even challenging thing about real photography. When you have the sun behind the person, what you gonna do? Yeah. Yes, okay. In real life photography, this is gonna be a hell lot of a problem. Yeah. I mean, unless you wait for the sun to go down. Now, I can do without the helmet, don't worry. You can turn off the helmet in another mode, but I'm just gonna position myself in such a way that it looks like something achievable first. Alright, so I can do this, or this. Alright, don't worry about the sun yet, because there is one setting that can reduce the brightness. Okay. Alright, let's switch to edit mode. I can remove his headgear. I can, well, zoom in if I want to, but later. But it looks like he's deep in thought, which is nice. Okay, so I can reduce the depth of field to show more details at the back. And let me do the magic about the sunlight. If the sunlight is too bright, you can basically do blue. Alright, so now it's not bright enough. You can actually go up to the max if you want to. Maybe you want to create that angelic feel. I mean, yeah, if I change the angle in a bit, he will look like, you know, he's, you know, from dropped off from the sky. So if you want that effect, yes, okay. You know, I can reduce the bloom in such a way that it's still, you can still see his facial features. You know, the triangle actually gives you a little bit of view. Now from this angle, it doesn't look like Alexios at all. He looks very different from the promotional pictures that you see of the game. Yep, camera angles, very important. All of us have it. I'm sure you have that favorite side of your face that you like. Yeah, it's the same concept. Although this is 3D art, probably there might be some distortion, but usually photography is like that. You can look very different if your face is taken in a different angle. All right, so yeah. Okay, so that blue light at the back there, nothing much you can do about that. I mean, there's no way for me to actually disable that unless I change the angle, or I actually take the same photo in the actual game. Yeah, so in the actual game, it doesn't have that highlight thing because I'm in Discovery Tour. At least it's a tour of fantastic places where you can take photos. All right, so those of you who are serious in this photo taking contest, take it as a very, very good piece of advice to explore the available locations and go ahead and take your best shot. Yeah. All right, so I can do this. I can zoom in as well if I want to. All right, so I can do that zoom in thing. I can do an orbit thing if I want to. I can show more of his face if I want to. It's a vulture and the head. Is there any... I mean, it has that feeling. Because if you look closely, you look at his arm. His right arm actually has scars. Right? So it looks very fitting of vultures, you know, going in that direction. Especially when the head is that direction. So it looks like he has been attacked, he has been scarred, you know, and his right hand is actually reaching out for a head. So he's looking for direction. So this kind of photo, this is what we call a photo tells stories. Yeah, so I don't know, I just picked up a few things here and there, you know, but I'm just sharing my thoughts. But again, if you guys are photographer, let me know whether I'm right or not. It's art, it's telling stories. Alright, so there are certain characters who actually has certain traits. In fact, the props that you use in your photography is going to tell a whole bit of different story. So I mean, that's why photography is so very interesting. Yeah. Alright, so let me adjust this. It's good, you know. This angle, it makes him look like he's pondering. I mean, if you guys have played the story before, he's basically a poor guy that has been brainwashed by the cult. If you're playing as a sister. I haven't played as him yet, alright, but I was playing as Cassandra. So this poor guy was hopelessly brainwashed. Yeah, so it's a very sad story, but it had a happy ending. It's not too bad, you know. But tells a very good story. Tells a very, very good story. Okay. Alright, let's adjust a little bit more. Maybe not too much. I want to be able to see the story. Yeah. You blur the background a bit too much. It's like, you know, the story is lost. Too much contrast. There's no point adjusting the contrast because the sun is there. Yeah. All right. Now I can turn everything into blue. Yeah, this is what temperature does. Turn everything to blue or turn everything to really orange. Yeah. So you know, it's really nice to play with the temperature to get a nice feeling of things. You know, his backstory is in a way that he's literally abandoned since birth. Actually, everybody thought he was dead. Hopefully brainwashed. It's a very good story to tell. Now, tints will give you a little bit more purple flair, but we normally associate purple with royalty or even exclusivity. So it's too much tint is not so good in this one, I think. Yeah, it's a bit too pink. This is a bit too green. I think I'll leave it in the middle. Okay, and I'll just adjust the temperature. Will be nice. Alright, there's still saturation though, so there's still a way to get that thing if you really want it. And you can see a lot of dots in the screen, right? These are bugs. In-game bugs. Literal bugs. Okay, so I don't know if they are bees or flies or what, but yeah, I mean, in the real world, we actually have bug repellent that actually reduces the likelihood of bugs destroying your photos. But of course, this nowadays we have something called Photoshop. This is not going to be a problem. All right, so yeah, no worries, guys. There's always a way to fix it somehow. But we will worry about that in post-production. That's what we call post-production. Yeah, it's not for us to worry about it now. We just want to take the photo. Just take the photo. Nah. I like blue. I like a little bit of blue because he really does have a very tragic story. But not too blue because I still want to give a little bit of hope, because at the end of the day he did have sort of a happy ending, depending on which ending you end up with. I ended up with the nicer ending, so it's not too bad. Yeah. Okay. Am I impressed? Am I happy? I should be happy because I only have 3 minutes left in my stream. Yes, just take it, just take it. All right. Ding, 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 ding. It's 8 p.m. Oh my God, I'm hungry. Yeah. Right. My poor PS4. It's not even the PS4 Pro, you know. Yeah. So you gotta wait for a while. So, alright. Yes, we are good. Alright, okay, so let's go back. Alright, and since we're gonna end out right now, almost. Right, 2 more minutes to the ending. Alright, just to show you a little bit of close-up on this statue. Alright, and maybe a little bit of sunlight. Sunshine, sunlight. Look at that road. This road is beautiful. This road is fantastic. You don't find such a road nowadays. And look at that sun. It's so beautiful. The sun is this side, is really huge. Alright, but you can see the hexagon that comes out. Now that's really good, fantastic. Yes. Like I said, this is discovery mode, discovery tour. So you won't die if you know, jump from the top of the field. Since there's very good sunlight here, I think we can do a last one. I'll see what kind of mount I have. So black horse is good. So there's a very nice good scenery shot with the sun at the back. There's a ruin there. This is very good. what, the weather today is like, it's just like the weather in Malaysia. It's very cloudy. It's very, very sadly cloudy. And it's raining too. Oh man, how depressing. Okay. Let's... got actually a very nice shot here. Very good level of spikiness. Ooh, it's a fort down there. Where's the sun? The sun is there. There's a nice pillar there. Man. Imagine taking this photo when it's raining. It's exactly like that. Sad. Fortunately, these are virtual characters. They don't get sick. I'm so evil. I am so evil. Alright. That's sad. Let's see. Good. Okay. Actually, I should face down there. Direction. And I don't know why this guy is here. I could kill him, but I think I'm in Discovery Tour, I can't. I know. Okay, let's use what we have. Okay, let's do what we have. Could do this, a bit of back kind of thing with a little bit of virtual angle kind of thing. The overseas part with a little bit of sun. Wow, this is very challenging. You need some sort of precision to actually get that right kind of angle. Does have a little bit of feeling. Alright, let's reduce the depth of field. Let's put the focus here or here. I think here is good. The flag. You can see the sun reflecting off that small bit of thing there. This is very nice, this part here. But I think the contrast needs a bit of work. The temperature needs a little bit of, but not too much, just enough. The tint is again not too much. Saturation. Okay. The noise. I could take it at this angle, which probably is better, since the sun is that direction, and he would probably be looking at this part here. Or I could take it this part. With the guy up there. Photo bomb. This guy up there, this guy is bombing my photos. And the horse, what is it with the eye? Oh my god. This reminds me of a horror story. I gotta take this. It's one of my photo fails. Yeah, my first photo fail. Oh my god, this is terrible. Alright, bombed and that weird eye thing going on. Okay. Right. Cinematic at best. When it's a black horse, you can't see the eye that much, but I think the point is you've got to get very good and nice backdrop a little bit. Maybe this angle or this angle. I want the sun. I want something that goes a little bit to the portfolio and a little bit to the top. Photography is always like that. It's like, you know, you're trying to aim for something, but it doesn't look right, and you try to aim again. And it's not easy, guys. If you are using PC, you can still tap on the F3. You can use the arrow keys. It has a very fine, minute adjustments to photo mode. Yeah, when you're using, you know, controller like this, where the the L2 and the L3 buttons, all right, it's not really, how I say, friendly, you know. It's not really easy. It's like, it's a little bit too much. It's another too much. Yes. Nobody said photography is going to be easy, especially in-game photography. Alright, let's do without the sun. And since it's raining in-game and outside, yes guys, in Malaysia it's raining very heavily, and it has been raining for a few days. Yeah, a lot of places are you know, underwater, so it has been quite a tough time for everyone. So just to let you know that sometimes, you know, the game just knows what's happening in your real life. Let's see, I can make this one a little bit more interesting. I'm having a lot of fun. Come on, I want to play with the filters. Alright, edit mode, okay. Let's see. Turn it all green! With not a lot of contrast. And less depth of field. It looks like, you know, the whole place is poisoned. Right? The green is over green. So it looks like the whole world has been poisoned. Now this one looks like art piece. See? It looks like a drawing. Right? So sometimes when you add more noise with a little bit more contrast, it comes out like it's a drawing kind of effect. It's pretty nice, you know, if you look at it. Let's put a bit of blue. no fog. I'll try to move the focus so that it's a bit elsewhere. This one. Yeah. It looks like he's standing over a painting. This is different. Okay. Right, pass. Photography 101. So yeah, it's just, feeling. All right. Okay, so I'm happy. I think I have about 10 to 20 photos. Yeah, I've just got to download it from my PS4 and pick and choose which one is worthy of being filtered again. Of course, this is just round one. You can be sure that tomorrow I'm going to do this again, but this time, tomorrow will be a different challenge. Tomorrow, probably I'm going to do action shots. Yeah, as much as I said, it is quite challenging trying to do action shots with a PS4 controller because, first of all, my fingers are very small, and secondly, you have to actually be able to press both buttons while you're doing the action. That means you are doing a stealth kill, you are trying to chop people's head off. Yeah, so yep, you got to be fast. All right, so catch you again tomorrow if you guys are around. Okay, so but thanks for joining my stream. All right, and really appreciate the likes. Okay, if any of you actually drop me a like, and I'll catch you when I catch you. Bye bye everyone.